Okay, so the next collision detection technique is double hashing. In this, we are going to use two hash functions, basically hash 1 and hash 2 if required. So hash 2 will be only if required. So the individual hash functions are given right here. The first hash function is k mod table size, and the second one is 7 minus k mod 7. So these are the two hash functions that we are going to use. And the second one will be only used if it is required to be. So the first one will be the main function, and second one will be the secondary function. And then these two functions, as the name specifies, double hashing, we will be using this as a main function. So we'll be adding the value of h1 and hash 2 and hash 1 in this equation, and then finding out our things that we require. So we'll be using the double hashing. So this is nothing but your main formula, that is for double hashing. In this, the I is iterative, so the values of I will be I 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So first let's find out the values of our hash function. So the first hash function, the keys that we have are 18. It's 18. So let's take up 18 and then try the first hash function. Okay, before that, the table size is 13. So let's make our array. So we have the array of size 30 and our first key is 18. So let's begin. So let's have the very first hash function, that is a normal hash function. Let's put this, which is nothing but 18 mod the size of the table, which is nothing but, in this case it's 13. So 13. The answer that we get after this will be 5. So is 5 fifth location empty? Yes, the fifth location is empty. So let's go and put our data right there in the fifth location. So we'll put 18 right here in the fifth location. Once done with this, our first value is done. So we go to the next key, which is nothing but 41. So let's find the hash value for it. So we'll use the first hash function. The first hash function is, so it is 41 mod 13. The answer for that will be 2. So is 2 empty? Yes, 2 is empty. So we can put the value 41 right there. So let's put it in. So let's put 41 and 2. After that, the next key is basically 22. So let's find the answer for that using the first hash method, hash 1, which is nothing but 22 mod 13. The answer for that would be 9. Is 9 available? Yes, it is available. So we'll put 22 in the 9th location. And then we move to the last and final value, that is our key is nothing but 44. So we'll use the first hash value. So hash k is the first hash value. It is nothing but 44 mod 13. The answer that we get is 5. Now 5 is already occupied. So this is nothing but a collision. So what do we do in this case? The very first thing that we are going to do is find second hash value. How do we find a second hash value? Using this hash 2 function. So h2 k is the function that we will use, 7 k mod 7. So it will be 7 minus what is k? K is nothing but 44. So 44 mod 7. This is standard, okay? And after that, the answer that we get is 5. After that, the answer that we get is 5. So once we are done with finding out the hash 2, basically, we have to substitute these values. We have to substitute the hash 2 and hash 1 values. We have to substitute the hash 1 and hash 2 values in this particular formula that has been given. In this particular formula that has been given. Over here, the I is iterative. We begin from 0. So here we go. We are going to put the values. So what is the formula? It's basically h1 k plus I, which is iterative, h2 k. So let's substitute our values right here. We'll substitute the values. What is h1? h1's value is 5. I begins from 0. So let's take this value first, 0. And what is h2's value? h2's value is 5. So the answer that we'll get is 5. Is this available? 5 is still occupied. So what do we need to do? We need to increment our I. We need to increment our I. So I was 0. Now it will become 1. So once, now we'll consider I as 1. So let's again substitute the values. 1, 5. The answer that we get is 10. Is 10 available? Yes, 10 is available. So we can just substitute our values right there. So 44 will go inside 10. And that's it. We are done with allocating all the keys. So that's it. And that's how we are supposed to do double hashing.